数億円が動く勝負がここに。こんにちは、ミレイです。今回は WSOP メインイベントからファイナルテーブルのプレイを紹介するよ。9208人から勝ち上がったプレイヤーがどんなプレイを見せるのか楽しみだね。このチャンネルでは日本人の活躍や話題のネタを紹介していくよ。ぜひチャンネル登録してね。早速見てみよう。ゼロから始めるポーカー教室。
He's a great kid, you know. Greg's like 80 years old, and you know,
not quite 80.
Of course, still playing hockey. Looks great, but just love when they do that. Note this woman with the jewels. I believe she's tatted up there. Strong as all.
We'll try to clock whose rail she's on. Do you know?
I think it was. No, I don't. Okay. Not sure.
And while it remains 8 players strong, the rail certainly is something to keep an eye on historically.
Well, as the night goes on, the amount of drinks ingested for many increases, and as such, there is a correlation with behavior and so on. See Mueller defending his small blind.
King Jack offsuit chosen, and by the way, the timing is nice considering he's up against Queen 8 for Saskilati, and he's found top pair on a King 6-4 board. One spade out there. Chumalon, of course, uninvolved in this particular exchange. That's not stopping his rail.
They're still trying to show love.
Showing Greg a c-bet here is Saskilati. Plunks 3 M's out in front of himself.
And by the way, for pros and others alike, just note the way Greg sort of does his thing. Very seasoned cash player and very just tricky with his mannerisms. I've gotten lulled into the wrong neighborhood with him many times. He's very crafty with the way he kind of... For Saskilati with the gut shot, does he have designs on putting pressure on something like Ace-6 of hearts?
Yeah, that gutter crafted courtesy of the arrival of that 5 of diamonds as Mueller checks once more.
By the way, is that 11 mil, Ali?
Yes, it is. Oh, and this is a far more brisk response now from Greg on the turn.
Sorry, dark, rather, you're right.
Board pairing 6 arrives.
Tell you what, 40 million in there. If Saskilati goes for it, he might get picked off, Ali. He might very well get picked off. Greg is sizing him up.
They're both sitting with 60 million back.
Yeah, I would think Saskilati, if he bets, is going to say 30.
35, in fact.
This guy has all sorts of heart. Mueller could really ascend.
But he's got to click call first, Nick. Is it a given?
I don't think it's a given, but what is Saskilati saying he has exactly? A straight? Does he go 35 into 40 with King-Queen? Probably not.
Does he have a 6 ever?
Greg historically great at playing the river. I don't think he has a 6, unless he's going for some sort of computer-esque type bet on the turn with a 6-7 suited designed to maybe get folds from 9s, called by flush draws, so on. Doesn't have a 6 very often.
He's 35. Oh my goodness.
A great play from Saskilati. You have to give Lowry credit.
I was going to ask whether or not 35 reduced perhaps Greg's sense that Ace King or King Queen were lurking.
That was my feeling from the
greed of it.
But we see the cards, so it's a bit...
Well, these 9s are pretty good too, as we see Han Feng opening to 6 million here off of 25. The 3-bet comes from Saskilati's button and jacks for Mueller.
The hat is off, the glasses are off. extremely awkward spot for Mueller.
And is it not made a touch more awkward given that it's coming from Saskilati on the button? This 3-bet?
Yes. He knows this guy's a man about town. He's saying, let's gamble. Let's not forget about Han Feng with bullets. Imagine you make it through 9,000 players and there's 5 left.
Having fun, guys? Everybody's out. All right.
He bins him.
Well, he'll have to do some math when he sees the news.
He's got aces.
So he dodges the bullets, but he hasn't looked back at the 9s yet.
I know, when he does the math, he might. Here we
He
are.
might have 9s swap big.
Can Feng hold Holly?
Says, I'm not feeling German.
Perhaps an inside joke.
Not 9. Nick, an outside joke.
Outside joke. 999. He's not feeling German. Lowry's feeling Finnish. They make sense all the time, these guys. Big flop coming.
Good breath.
Meant to be, boys.
At 10-8-3. Take the 9 of diamonds off the board for Loudy. Positive developments for the aces.
Doesn't want to see something like a black 7 or a non-diamond jack. Open-ended now for Saskilati.
All of a sudden, 1 out becoming 7, Nick. It's never easy, as they say. Sevens.
Would have been top set for Mueller, of course, not that relevant.
9 of clubs or the queen. All would spell disaster for these bullets. What'll it be?
Oh my God,
It's the queen!
so brutal.
Primordial screams as a barbaric end to Han Feng's main event. Vanquished in 5th.
ゼロポをご覧のみんな、動画の途中なんだけど今日はかなり熱いお知らせがあります。なんと今回この動画を見てくれている人全員に総額1000万円分のプレゼントをしちゃいます。というのも今回ポケモンカードのオリパサイトハイローラートレカさんがスポンサーになってくれてゼロポ視聴者限定の特別キャンペーンを用意してくれたんです。ハイローラートレカはポケモンカードのオリパが引けるサイトなんだけど今回特に注目してほしいのがサイト内で遊べるハイトレラッシュ。これが本当にすごくて還元率は最大 100% オーバー、マックス100倍相当のカードが当たる1プレイ1000コインから遊べるすごく楽しいオリパサイトなんです。ポケモンカードは資産性も高いからいいカードが当たったら即売るもよし、持っててさらに価値が上がるのを待つのもよし、概要欄から LINE を追加するとお得にハイトレラッシュを試してみることができるので、ポケカのオリパ気になるなとか珍しいポケカを手に入れたいという人は今その指で下の概要欄から LINE を追加してみてね。ではでは動画の続きをどうぞ。
That was incredibly dirty, as you touched upon, Ali, the departure of Han Feng. My goodness me.
And Saskilati, the beneficiary now in the aftermath, looking down at 210s off of 92 million. He deserves the dangerous moniker now, Nick?
Certainly. I don't know if the moniker just leaves Feng because he has departed.
But in terms of those that remain, Jumalan clearly with the chip lead. He's the boss. But Saskilati has been kind of the insubordinate out there.
And he finds himself with 210s against the 4-3 offsuit defense. Not a good start for Jumalan.
Middle pair versus over pair.
Lucas just leading straight away, 10 mil.
He did this once before against the ace-king.
He's definitely established the big leads from the big blind. This particular board is pretty good for the opener, and these two tens are great for the opener. I think we have to raise if we're Saskalati. It's very awkward. Cagliano to your left, sitting on 7 bigs, but he is reaching Ali. How does Jumalan respond?
Extra 15 million in frosting atop this 10 million chip cupcake.
At a board like this that's so dry, one could see Lucas, as played, being a little bit skeptical. Does Saskalati really have an overpair? Something like ace-9, he's in. This one's really swelled, Ali.
66.5 million with 2 to come. 5 on the turn, now providing Jumalan with the open ender. Does he ever consider leading again, Nick?
2 barrels orange.
He is definitely the player who can have something like 3-6 suited, or some of the baby 2 pairs where Saskalati is squarely in the overpair camp. We would think he'd slow play a set. Just about pot to play.
Million.
He puts him in, Ali. Saskalati will be calling it off, almost for sure.
The statement made is 10s are no good.
Not necessarily. There are some of these. Here we go.
1 pair and diamond draw, is that what you're getting at?
Yes. Or the pair and open-ended. I don't mean to jump the gun and say he'll be calling. It's a lot easier watching. But we would think, as played, watching this guy play for days, Saskalati does not go quietly into the night. At all.
If we face a straight here, we're dead.
That is an issue, but does he really just put us all in with a straight? We have to think generally we have counterfeit 2 pair outs that are live. I think more often it's...
This is the hand where I catch your bluff.
Here we go.
1 pair and a draw or something.
Nails it.
You have it, you have it. I have to go. You can do that with a straight, 2 pair or 1 pair with a flush draw.
Laudy is dialed.
I call.
He makes the call, Nick. And he's ahead.
Yeah, 2 pairs. Does he cover? He just makes sure. Yeah, that's me covered.
I think you cover. I think
I just want to verify. You have it?
he's got about 60.
50, 60, 61.
65 covers. Yeah.
Have it?
Biggest pot of the final table and a huge moment for Laudy Saskalati.
We need it. Yeah. Obviously, it's a very tough.
You can feel the energy in this room right now, Ali.
And you could easily be fooled into thinking that this spot wasn't as big as it is, given that Saskalati's bones remain parked in his seat, nowhere near his rail, no panic, no nerves.
Oh, there's a little panic and nerves. There's a little bit.
13 outs to fade with 1 to come.
Can he do it?
Aces, 3s, 4s, 6s would all spell the end for the Finn and catapult Jumalan. Anything else? He is going to wind up with 188.5. What's it going to be? He's done it! 10s! Hold! Wow. And that one's going to hit the seismometer here in the desert.
That was a 6 sweat for Mueller and Gagliano as well.
Oh, they were pulling for Jumalan, certainly in terms of the economics. but also bringing Jumalan down a peg makes their prospects of a run at the title better.
Saskilati just shook up the world, Ali. He's closing in on 200 mil himself.
You know, I don't mean to suggest that there's rail theory optimal, but note that the
RTO. A couple of kings for Saskilati. Go on, Ali.
the most robust rails front and center there for Jumalan and FBT. They're both still in this thing. A little bit more modest in the finish camp, but no modesty behind two kings in the small, as Saskilati will proudly get himself involved here in the form of a limp, however.
Very tricky start. Saskilati indeed. Shades are on.
Seeking to ensnare FBT.
And ensnare he has. Very disguised holding for Saskilati. We could see Mueller feeling his aces and fours are a pretty good hand. And Saskilati elects not to jam pre. We can remove an awful lot of ace X from his range. Great start from Greg.
Checking back and bringing the jack to the turn free of charge. Do you favor another check from Laudy here?
I think you could go either way. One benefit of check is they're so often drawing completely dead. We can see here Greg isn't. But of course the merit to bet is to charge the jack or the 4.
By the way, the min bet of 3 million. Price is right for Mueller to stay involved with that 4. And this river shouldn't change anything in terms of Mueller's hand being good still if it had been.
And if we're Saskilati, we really feel we have close to the nuts. And the possibility of Mueller having a jack is very real.
50 million.
Puts him in.
50.
I get what he's doing here. It looks so bluffy. That's what he's going for.
A diabolical sizing of 34 into 15, deeply polar. And Mueller wondering whether or not this one's not gift wrapped.
And even the good Jack X for Saskilati, King Jack and such, would have just been all in free. He's asking for a spread.
Pin dropping.
If Greg clicks call, we're down to heads up.
That's a fact.
Something so suspect about Saskilati's line from Greg's vantage point.
And by the way, he knows Saskilati ran it on him yesterday.
That's right, when he put King Jack into the mug, which was a winner on a King High board.
Extremely tough spot for Mueller. Pulse check.
$83 million would be so sweet.
And the fact that if he busts...
Call.
Oh my goodness!
Call it off. Good game, Greg. Oh my God.
Just like that, Greg Mueller made the hero call. But unfortunately, the curtain has been drawn by that very same cape.
Let him hear it, guys. Soak in the love, Greg.
Credit where credit is due. Mueller exercised patience, took conservative approaches when perhaps some others would not have, and he wound up third in this year's main as a result.
激闘のファイナルテーブルだったね。この後のヘッズアップと優勝の瞬間は前回の動画で公開してるよ。概要欄から見てみてね。皆さんはどのハンドが印象的でしたか？よければコメント欄で教えてくださいね。今後もこのチャンネルではいろんなポーカーシーンを紹介していくので、まだの人はチャンネル登録お願いします。